ask your spouse some questions tonight.
Yeah, get some 50 questions going.
Yes, that'd be great. Just make them up on the fly, ask them, and go.
Yeah. Ask them naked too.
Yeah, that's one way.
Add an element, a new element, an element of depth to the conversation. What's good, everybody?
Hey.
It's Phillip and Krystin back again with another episode of Naptime and Nuptials.
Where it all goes down when the kids go down.
We're a marriage podcast really catering to young marriages and young families. Mm-hmm. So appreciate you guys tapping in with us today. We got another episode for you. Oh, and for all of you who have seen the podcast before, I am holding my microphone today because one of our
little nap timers
and participants got to the mic stand and
broke it.
It's not operable at the current moment. So, but I didn't want that to stop me. Disruption always follows intention, but I got to overcome the disruption with my intention. So we are being intentional, coming back with another episode today, and today's gonna be a pretty cool episode. What are we talking about?
So today we want to keep it kind of fun, kind of casual, and we're going to have a Q&A.
It fits in with the theme.
It does. You know? We're casual today. But we're going to have a Q&A. We're going to do a get to know you session. And I think it's really important because to really understand where somebody comes from and why they are the way they are and why they do the things that they do, you got to get to know them a little bit. So we're going to talk to each other. We're going to ask each other a few questions, and we're going to answer them for you guys.
Cool. You start first.
Okay. So the first question I want to ask is why this podcast?
Why this podcast? Mm-hmm. I think that's a loaded question, but the question that I'll answer first is why marriage. I think that personally, one of my personal beliefs is that marriage is the most powerful, or one of the most powerful institutions on the planet. Yeah. And so I would beg to argue the most powerful institution on the planet, on this here planet. And so I really think that, once you make a commitment into marriage, you spend so much time in that marriage. It should be a joyful experience. It should be fun. It should be loving. It should be the fruit of the spirit, really. And so that's why why marriage for me is that if we were more intentional in strengthening our marriages, as powerful of an institution as they are, how much stronger would our the foundations of the rest of the world be? Yeah. And so how much stronger would families be? How much stronger would individual men and women be? How much stronger would children be and them growing up? And how much stronger would their family be? How much stronger would bloodlines and generations be? Yeah. So anyway, so that's kind of my why behind marriage and why I enjoy marriage and really like the study of marriage and really the process of marriage. And the podcast specifically is because, one of the biggest things that I believe in is like teaching as you go, because, you don't learn anything until you actually do it. And so as a way to kind of share the things that we've learned by doing, adding a teaching aspect to our life, and how do we share that with more people who may feel like you're alone or may feel like they're going through seasons that no one else has ever dealt with, because the biggest trap of the enemy is that that of isolation. He'll tell you that you're the only one that's ever been through this, like you're the only one struggling with that. And if we can help one person or one couple, it's like, so that can be difficult too. Other people are having difficulties there, and they overcame them. Then that's a win. Yeah. So that's one less person.
A win is a win.
One less person strangling or struggling with the devil. So, yeah. What about you?
Oh, you pretty much said it all, but I do want to add.
My bad.
It was great.
Yeah.
It did.
I do. It is what I do.
Good. Okay, but I think people talk about why marriages fail more than they talk about how, like, the marriages that are succeeding and what are they doing. Yeah. And I think two of the things that those marriages are doing is that they are committed and they are communicating. And I think that that's what this podcast is. Like, we're here talking about our commitment and how you can have a commitment and like how we can all commit to God.
And we're committed to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're doing that by communicating to you guys. Mm-hmm. And so I think, like we always say, we are inviting you guys into our conversations. Oh, thank you. Inviting you guys into our conversations. These are the things we talk about. And so here we are. We're doing it together.
Cool. Let's do it. What's the next question?
The first question.
I'm being interviewed today.
And I was about to say.
I barely got the notes.
I just sent them to him in a text. Barely. And I would love if you.
Barely.
It's fine.
But she doesn't want me to touch my phone.
You can touch it.
It's
You're
the
fine.
craziest of things.
Anyway, okay, Phillip.
Women are complex.
What is your favorite?
Creatures.
You can only pick one.
Okay.
Maybe two. I'll allow two.
Well,
what's your favorite Bible verse?
My favorites. Oh, my favorite Bible verse?
Yeah.
It fluctuates by the season.
Okay, this season. Favorite pressure.
I think, I like the one that, one of my favorites right now is 1 John 5:14 and 15. This is the confidence that we have in him and God, that if we ask anything according to his will, that he hears us. And if we know that he hears us, then we know we can have the things that we have requested of him. The last part of that was a little paraphrased, but that's probably my favorite one, because I think people, many times we're trying to figure out what is faith and like, how do I believe and all these different things. Well, and what we're looking for, because we're human, is certainty. And I love how God gives us certainty in the midst of belief.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Another one would be, I just read this today, so it's top of mind. But Matthew 5, when Jesus said that he came to fulfill the law, not to abolish it. Mm-hmm. And so I'm not going to go into a lot of depth on why that's one of my favorite verses, but it is one of my favorite verses that I reference a lot because
lawlessness abounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's another verse that I really like. Okay, these are my top 3 for right today. But there's another verse that says that it is not, I don't know the reference off the top, but it is not burdensome to keep God's commands. And so, those are all 3 of those kind of work together. There are also a few other ones that I like, but she asked me for 2 and I went for 3. So I'm not gonna say John 10:10 or anything like that.
You slid that in
or
there.
John 3:17.
Okay.
Or the book of John.
Okay. Get the point.
Or Proverbs.
Just like the Bible. It's cool.
Proverbs 31. Okay, hold on one second. Well, since we're talking about marriage, the reason I like Proverbs 31 is because it promises me what my wife could look like if I speak over her.
That's good. So really, it's on you.
It is on me. That's fine.
It's on you. Okay. Okay, so I'll give you just one.
What's your favorite?
Because
Bible
it's
verse?
been my favorite for years.
Overachiever. Wow, overachiever.
I remember the first time I realized this is my verse.
I don't think I know this, so go ahead.
You might not, but my favorite Bible verse is.
I think I should know this, but go ahead.
You should. Psalms 27:14. It's I remain confident in this. I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the
You know what? I was going to say that was one of my favorite
verses. Be strong
verses.
and take heart. Wait, I say on the Lord. That might actually be Psalms 27:13 and 14.
Yeah, that's 2 verses.
13 and 14.
Yeah. So I was gonna say that was my favorite Bible verse, and I'm glad I didn't. They would have thought it was made up.
Oh. Well, look at there.
And that's also, that verse gives us confidence.
Yeah, so I love that verse because the world has so many. It tries to tell us what to be confident in. Mm-hmm. Like, be confident in yourself and what you can do and your strength and your gifts and your talents. But the Bible says that I will remain confident in this, that I'll see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. So, it's my favorite verse to pray over my family, to pray over myself. Because I think too many people think we don't get to see God's goodness on earth because all the bad stuff that's going on, but the Bible says otherwise.
Oh, baby. No, don't. Tarry not, Jesus. Make no haste.
Well, the Bible says
make
otherwise.
Make haste. Do not delay.
The Bible says otherwise.
On behalf of me.
Yeah.
Here. We're going to get there.
On earth.
But he said he's giving me all things. All blessings in spiritual places.
Yep.
All things.
So that's my favorite.
Places. Okay, good. Let's go. I guess that was my turn. Okay, so what is your favorite food? Okay, no. What's your favorite meal? I know the answer to this. And if she says anything different, I'm going to call her out.
Oh, Phillip, it's not my favorite.
I'm going to call you out.
To eat is probably my favorite to make. Phillip is going to say that my favorite meal is taco salad.
Bi-weekly isn't twice a week. What is twice a week?
Once a week.
Buy nightly.
But it's grass-fed beef.
Buy nightly. But go ahead. Go ahead. What's your favorite food then?
Okay, I think
that is not your favorite food.
Probably my favorite thing to like order at a restaurant and to eat is probably a good ribeye steak. A good quality ribeye.
Okay.
What? If we go to a restaurant and there's a ribeye on the menu, I'm ordering it.
If we go to a restaurant and there's anything on the menu that you've gotten there before, she's going to get it again. So, anyway.
Trying to branch out, but I do like a good ribeye.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good ribeye.
What about you? What's your favorite? This is interesting because I do not feel like Phillip has a favorite meal.
I was going to say I don't have a favorite food. I eat what's necessary.
If you were like, oh my gosh, I'm going to fix something really good tonight, what am I going to cook?
It depends. So if I want to go outside on my griddle, I got a griddle, guys. I'll probably make pancakes. I don't eat a lot of breakfast though. Very rarely do I eat breakfast. So I can't say that breakfast is my favorite food because I don't actually eat it.
What is your favorite food? You just
like making them.
Give me a second.
I do like pancakes though when I make them. And so actually, so I give you my favorite food by
meal.
By meal. Okay. So breakfast, I prefer French toast. And then with powdered sugar and whipped cream. No syrup. And so
no fruit.
No fruit. No. And so lunch, lunch is really a mixture because I feel like you can eat dinner twice.
Go for
instead of just having lunch, But so lunch would probably be, I don't know, I could go easy on lunch. I can do like a sandwich and salad if it's a good salad that I like.
Okay.
I like salad. I eat salad.
Yeah, you do.
All right. So dinner. If I had to pick like somewhere like, oh, Phillip gets to pick whatever he wants to eat and we got to go pick it up from somewhere, which I don't really prefer to eat out. It's probably going to be a burger place.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But your burgers are bomb.
My burgers are bomb.
I'd rather eat a burger
also
at home
make
than buy
a
one.
mean deep dish Detroit style pizza.
Yeah.
Actually, I make a mean lots of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, okay. So when the pandemic first hit, like Phillip had 6 weeks. We had just had Creed and Phillip had 6 weeks of paternity leave.
Yep.
And we decided, he was like, I'll just recreate everything. He was off work, couldn't really go anywhere. We had a new baby. We weren't going anywhere. Let's just do this. And he started making everything from scratch. Delicious. So he does. He has a lot of dishes in his repertoire.
Yep. As you can probably tell, I like to eat.
Yeah. And you like to cook. You're a good cook, too.
Thank you. I do like to cook.
Yeah.
I don't like to clean up the kitchen after cooking.
No, he does.
I don't think that. I think I should have
a
kitchen staff for that.
Okay. What's your dream car?
Dream car. I'm pretty simple. Just give me a nice truck. That sounds like the countryest thing when it comes out of your mouth. I don't know. I fluctuate between the Silverados and the Sierras. Leaning towards the Sierras, though.
Yeah, they're pretty.
2500, 3500.
They're pretty.
Dually.
Very pretty.
Diesel. Power stroke.
It's specific.
Yes, very true.
Do you have this built in a cart somewhere?
Yes, I have actually built multiple of them online, and I put them up on my wall just so I know, when God gives me, when He blesses me with certain amounts of money, I'm like, oh, I know exactly what that is for because it's this exact amount. So we talk about that usually daily, or bi-daily. Mm-hmm. Is bi-daily every twice a day? I
think bi-daily would be,
or bi-monthly is.
Bi-daily would probably be.
Bi-weekly could be every other week. You get paid bi-weekly, that's every other week.
Yeah, so I would say that bi-daily is every other day.
So bi-weekly would be twice a week. No,
bi-weekly is every
other week.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is not important. What is your car?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I do not think about cars like this.
No, she doesn't. For example, I love the Escalades. Tried to buy Krystin the Escalade. She doesn't like them. I'm like, look at the lights. She's like, I can't see the lights inside the car.
This is very true.
It is true.
I honestly don't understand. What I've realized about me and my life.
Are sexy.
In my current stage of life and the number of children that I have, I'm going for function over form.
Don't make it to where just because of your fertility that other people can't enjoy things.
Oh my gosh, that's it for me. This is my dream car.
Oh yes, you're right.
I don't know.
Apologize.
Let me be honest with you. I will say
minivan.
Honestly, the minivan's probably
the way she
winning.
drives minivan.
It's not your car. Mine. If I could have of course, a minivan or a really nice SUV. No, because I've test driven the SUVs and I've looked at them, and I need the sliding doors, and I need to be able to physically.
Like sliding doors.
I would like to be able to physically walk from the front seat to the back seat.
Why is that a necessity in the car? Like, why is that a necessity in the car?
Because of my children.
Okay, let's
and
move
then
on.
I have captain. I need captain seats to do that as well.
This isn't being productive at the current. So I want to pull up my questions because I have to move us along.
All right, whatever.
All right, what is your favorite thing? I don't want to talk about that. What if you could contribute one thing to the world? What would it be? Actually, okay, wait. We're gonna go back to that question.
Because you skipped
What's your favorite thing about having a brand new baby? This is intriguing because we don't have a brand new baby, so I'm trying to figure out what this brand new baby life is about.
It's just a question.
Oh, a hypothetical brand new baby?
Yeah.
I did not get that from the question.
Oh,
the question says, "What's your favorite?"
Announcement?
No, I'm just trying to say the question is like, "What's the favorite thing about having a brand new baby?" I'm like, "Where's this brand new baby at?"
Oh, you thought I was telling you something? That's
I don't know. I didn't know
wild.
which is why we asked the question.
Okay.
And it just happened to be on camera. No, what's this? What do you mean? Because how I interpreted it was that there's a brand new baby, and you're trying to see.
No,
what I like
when
about
there is
having one.
when we have one, what is your favorite thing about it? About that season, that moment.
I don't know.
Think about it.
I think that, for me, I'm pretty even keel. I don't know. It's just like, oh, a new baby. Now, when they get a little older and they're kind of bobbing around and different things like that, it's like, oh, that's cute. They're cute.
Are you saying new babies don't do anything?
They don't do much. And
they do a lot.
At least this mother here likes to sleep with. So not getting much out of them, either one of them. Not getting much out of those new assets for a few months. So I think it's just, honestly, I guess the thing I enjoy the most about a new baby is you seem to enjoy new babies. So that's always nice.
Yeah.
So
they're cute. I have 3 things.
Oh, this is great because
they're my questions.
This is so us because I had 0 things.
They're my questions, so I had time to think about this. Okay, number 1. The little baby scrunch you do when you pick them up and they stick their legs up like this to their body and they stick them under their butt and they stay there. Mm-hmm. They just stay. Mm-hmm. That's really sweet. Mm-hmm. Okay, the second thing.
I have no idea what she's talking about, but go ahead.
I'm going to have to show you a picture
it's okay.
of our babies. I have videos. The second thing is the way their heads smell.
That's a nice smell.
It is. Yeah. It's so sweet. I don't know how. It's
I wonder, is that a thing where, could you please let us know in the comments, is that a thing that babies' heads smell?
I love the way their heads smell and their little hair.
All of them smell pleasant? And
then the third thing,
I actually like the whole spit up smell. Babies just have a nice smell.
Babies just smell good.
Yeah,
I just want to smell them. Yeah. Let's see, my third thing, I said the scrunch, the smell of their hair. I had something else.
No. Looks like you just got 2 there.
Oh, I love seeing my kids fall in love with the new baby.
Yeah.
It's really sweet. And our kids have done it every time. And I always wonder how are they going to, because they've been babies when I've had another baby. So I always wonder how are they going to adjust to the new baby? And they always manage to do it. It's just really, really sweet.
Yeah. All right. Next question. If you could contribute one thing to the world, what would it be?
Okay, for sure. More joy. More joy. I think that everybody needs more joy. Moms need to rediscover the joy in motherhood. I think people need to rediscover the joy in marriage. I think that kids could rediscover the joy in childhood. I tell our teenager that all the time. I'm cherish. It's easier said than done, but cherish these days.
Everybody wants to be an adult, which is super backwards, but we're not going to talk about that.
I don't think ours wants to be an adult. I think that she just sees that she doesn't always see that she's still a kid, and she can still be a kid for a little while longer. Mm-hmm. It was good times. When I think back about my childhood, and I know that everybody didn't have a good childhood, but when I think back, I think about the things that brought me joy, riding around on my bike until the street lights came on, You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like eating school pizza. That was the best day. Kids these days want like steak.
That's true. They
Steak
do be
and
eating
fancy vacations.
Steak and lobster.
Yeah.
Steak and lobster out here. Okay.
Yeah. Joy. That's what I would contribute.
That's good. Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Again, I didn't have lots of time to prep. If I could contribute one thing to the world, I think I try to do this. I would like the ability to shift people's mindsets, like to help people shift their mindset. Even in my own, in many situations, like our mind is controlled so much, and we don't guard it well. And just based on how society is built, we just don't have a lot of parameters in place to really guard our minds well. And so people are losing in life, for lack of a better term, simply because their mindsets are non-productive, I would say.
Yeah.
So building productive mindsets.
Yeah.
Because if we think right, then we'll act right, and we act right, then we'll be right, and then we'll be right, then we'll do right, then we do right, we have right.
That's good. I like that. Say it again.
I don't recall exactly how I said it, so I'm not going to try.
Ooh, I have one, and this is really it's not an interview question, but...
Ooh, I like being interviewed. Hence the microphone here.
Okay. Unlimited budget. Unlimited-ish time. No, I'll say a week. Unlimited budget, 1 week. You can drive or fly. Where would you go right now? And who would you take with you? Vacation. I'll give you time to think. You need time to think?
This is churchy, so you go ahead.
Where you going? I want to know. Go ahead and tell me.
No, you go ahead.
Are you going to say Israel?
I want to go to modern day Goshen.
Okay, that's super churchy. But I'm
going to explain why.
It's your trip.
I'm going to explain why.
Who are you taking with you?
Not you, because you clearly have an attitude about me wanting to go to Goshen. So
no. Who are you taking with you?
No, I'm taking. No, I would take you with me. The reason I want to go to Goshen, I want to see what was so darn loving or likable about it. Because the Egyptians wanted to run back. I'm like, let me see what this place looks like, please.
Okay, so for people who don't know, what's Goshen?
Oh, so Goshen is where the Israelites lived when they went to Egypt from when Joseph's dad and the rest of his family came to Egypt, and they settled in Goshen. And so that is also the place from whence they the Exodus began. And so anyway, so I'm like,
so this is where they lived.
Or Egypt. I guess I just want to go to modern day Egypt.
They lived in Goshen. Like this is pre-slavery. So it was like this
slavery.
Beautiful, like green, lush place where Joseph, Jacob, and their family settled.
Okay, so that's a churchy answer now that I think about it.
It was,
and that's why
it's okay.
I want to have a better understanding. Now we just going somewhere for fun. I try to do things for fun, but I can be pretty intense. Yeah. So I need there to be some level of enlightenment.
But if that's your dream right now, then that's okay.
That is my dream. But I don't. Anyway, but so if I just wanted to go somewhere and lay down for a week, which is going to be difficult for me, I'm gonna be honest with you. I used to want to go to Bora Bora, but I hadn't thought about that in a long time.
We used to talk about that going there on our honeymoon.
Oh no, what was the place? What was the place when it was like in the rocks? That place that we found.
St. Lucia.
Yeah, I'll go there.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah,
man. Yeah,
that's me, St. Lucia. Don't forget. I mean, I'm Goshen too, but St. Lucia first.
A week. I definitely, it's just me and him, because that's what vacation is. Taking your kids somewhere.
Why would you want to go somewhere exotic without your spouse?
But I didn't say that I was.
I'm just saying. Period.
Well, I didn't say that the
question you kept saying like who? Oh, that's true.
I didn't say it had to be exotic.
That's true.
And you could have said our whole family. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Oh, you said a person though.
Who would you take?
Oh, okay. Got you. I interpreted that as what person would you take?
No. But I would not be taking my whole family on my week dream unlimited vacation. Let's just be real. They can have one after. But I'm just looking to lay on the beach and eat really good food. So I'm simple. It would just be an all-inclusive somewhere warm. with a white sand beach and really good food. So probably like Mexico or something. I don't know.
So we're getting close to time. So we got one more question. And I actually want you all to ask this question to your spouse this week. This is dangerous, but I want you to do it. All right. What is your favorite thing about your spouse?
Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
Since you had time to read over,
I'll go first.
Yeah, I'm going to think about him. I'm going to go. I mean, you.
I'll go first. Okay. So my favorite thing about Phillip is that he is constant and steady. Like, as the day is long. Like,
it is intriguing how people interpret things or how people see you, because I feel like
you not feel like that?
I feel frazzled most of the time.
No, like Phillip he's constant and steady. He's been like that since the day we started dating.
Use the term dating loosely.
But steady and constant. I can depend. When you say you're going to do something, you're going to do it. And it's just like, there's this security in that. Like, you know how they say, like, women want security? Like, that you are secure.
Yeah, I do. Trust me.
You are secure to me.
I have seen it with my eyes.
My safe place, safe space.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing about you.
Because, and this is a tangent, but we all have seen the couples. And you're like, oh, she is a model. He is not. And what in the world is going on there?
Oh, she feels safe, baby.
Say he hit that safety out the park. I mean, baby, he said, hey.
No, and he also probably has a really good personality.
I got you.
I'm sure she feels safe.
I'm sure personality. That's what we're calling it these days. And so my thing with Kristen would be
it's my cooking.
So it's not at the top of the list. It's on the list of things I enjoy. So my favorite thing about Kristen would be your like the way you manage relationships. I would say like you're just very intentional in your relationships. And so I've always thought that was a great quality in you. Like, I don't know how to say it where it makes sense to everybody else, but like, just knowing that emotionally you're going to be there. And I guess that whole like, honor, respect, security thing, but it's just emotionally driven. Like yours seem to be more like physically driven or like, naturally driven, but it's really just more so like the emotional aspect of being a safe space, being available, different things, and being willing to listen and curious and different things like that. So,
oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
We love each other.
Oh, that's great. We don't talk about that usually, and so. Thank you guys for tapping in with us. This has been another episode of Naptime and Nuptials. Hopefully you guys know more about us now and feel comfortable listening to the random things that we talk about. And if not, still like, subscribe, and comment. And
ask your spouse some questions tonight.
Yeah, get some 50 questions going.
Yes, that'd be great. Just make them up on the fly. Ask them and go.
Yeah. Ask them naked too.
Yeah. That's one way.
Add an element, a new element, an element of depth to the conversation.
Yes, deep.
It's deep.
All right, y'all.
That was a tangent. All right, love you guys. We're praying for you. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.